Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whatever, wherever you are. Hey, Duck, how you doing? This is the Tiger. It's so close to being finished. I mean, it has no turret whatsoever, but that's still pretty close. And yesterday, I skipped over the side skirt bit of the instructions and went right ahead to the whole front. What a big doofus. That's me, the big doofus. So I might as well put the skirts on right now. Otherwise somebody might get angry. Can't have a skirtless tiger. Except when you can have a skirtless tiger. Of course. What else am I forgetting? Got the shackles. There is a hammer for the front there, which I can see here. You never know when it's going to be hammer time. If you've got a tiny hammer, that's enough hammer for hammer time. So you'll be prepared. Might as well also get the machine gun. And where's the... Oh, the mount is on the hull. How convenient. Good to hear. Good to hear. Trusty old knife.
These nuts.
Exactly.
Got him! Got him!
55 months is a long time. Limericks haven't been that long, but it's fine. My first stream of the new year. It almost makes me shed a tear, but I'll keep going like an old pine. Hey Corvus, how you doing? Thank you for 55 months. That's like almost 600. I tried to think of something funnier, but I failed. Please forgive. I hope you're doing well. Also, these are guide knobs. Where are the cutting knobs? Along the top here? I want to cut the guide knobs off. Now, I'm assuming both of these skirts are the same, so we don't need to worry about getting them on the right side of the tank. Not great. Got storms coming tomorrow and you've been put on 12-hour shifts starting tomorrow morning. That sucks ass. Big, stinky, poop-covered ass. I hope the storms are not as bad as they could be. That looks neat enough. Snip. That's very hammer. Tornadoes don't sound fun. Apparently we had a tornado recently on the Gold Coast, which is relatively close to me. Didn't realize we actually had tornadoes. I don't know how they differ from like a cyclone, but apparently it's a thing that happens now. My wind's in Austin, Texas. Man, those winds smoke so much weed. Yes, I do think I'm funny. That ought to go on good and proper. I don't know if it matters which one we put on which side. The nubbins look pretty evenly spaced. Naders are inland. I guess it was inland, but the Gold Coast is still... That's a pretty big area, I guess. It's still coastal. That ought to work. That ought to hold the little SOB. Dang it. The reason I put glue on there first is so that it would stay when I let go of it, to add more glue. Not just evaporate. Nazi punk glue. Probably would be a bit neater if we put this on the underside or whatever, but it's easier to do it on the top. I mean, it depends on how far you consider coastal. I guess that's true. I don't know anything about weather. I'm not a weatherologist. Didn't like that cracking sound. Also don't like that this skirt keeps coming away from the hull. Just a little bit. You don't consider where you are coastal, but you're only a couple of hours drive. I don't know if there's anywhere on the Gold Coast that would be a couple of hours drive from the coast. I also don't know how those sort of storms work with regards to, like, mountains and shit. I think that's going to stay. If it doesn't... Oh, man. I bumped this headlamp earlier and broke it off. So now it's liquidy again. Not fully bonded yet. And I've bumped it again. Wonderful. Now stay there. I will if you don't bump me. Come on, get in the hole. Damn it. Oh, one of these days I'll be competent. But today is not that day. The trouble is, it's very hard to see where the little hole is. No, don't lift up. It looks much more tigerly with the skirts on. That being said, Dirty Myrtle, Myrtle Beach, gets them on occasion. Give you 3 guesses on why the nickname, and the first 2 don't count. Is it a dirty beach named after somebody who was also filthy, called Myrtle? That's my 3 guesses. They're all the same guess. Don't usually add bumpy bits till last. I'm following the instructions, more or less. So it shouldn't have been an issue this light, but I dropped something that hit the hull right on that light. Now I'm paying for it with very minor inconvenience. Which is the worst kind of inconvenience. Okay, hammer. Halt! Hammerzeit! It's become a crime-ridden cesspool. That sounds terrible. Maybe I should press record. Where's the... Oh, this way. Just wouldn't do to put the hammer on backwards. The angry hammer wielders society would come after me. Did I bump that again, or did it just fall over? Maybe I should leave that and fix it when I'm finished building the model. Or just wait until the hull is done and then leave it. I think I'm going to put this gun around the right way. Can't tell though. Probably like that. It just wants to tilt over by itself. That's very aggravating. Okay, I think that might be the entire hull completed, but until I turn the page, I can't know for sure. We go into straight to turret instructions. Now, if that light would just stay right there, stop flopping about, the world would be a much happier place. Polycaps. We need polycaps for this step. Also turrety bits. I don't know if I've lost the polycaps or not. I don't see them. This could be disastrous. I mean, you don't really need the polycaps for the turret anyway, but they do help. They could be at the top of the desk. There's a bunch of stuff that they could be behind, though they're probably lost forever. Gone forever. Excuse me. Meh, that's okay. We'll just go on without them. Not quite as important as they are with the drive sprockets. Now to rearrange the pile of junk as it was before. Gone forever. Garden City is still okay. You wouldn't be on your... You would be on your guard. I know a place called Garden City. It's a shopping center. It's pretty crappy. Okay. It's not the sprue I need. The sprue I need was under the box. That's exactly the place for it. By which I mean not a very good place for it. Everything's falling over. Let's see how this mantlet goes together without polycaps. Hello, Herbert. Tiger finish, Bert. That is my name. Just you wait and see how I finish this tiger after however long. 6,000 years? I think this is the 4th stream I've done building it. How are you doing, Trekan? I hope you're well. Probably don't actually need to clean this up at all because it's an internal bit. Get rid of the nubbins, because I hate nubbins. Good and tidy. Okay, That goes that way. And the polycap is meant to go in between there. The polycap is really only useful if you want to move the barrel up and down. And I feel indifferent to that. That goes up that way. This goes around that way. Looks like I've put it together wrong. You can see how there's a hole there, probably for the gun barrel to stick into. I can see through. Hey, Waffle Brewery, how you doing? I don't know how one brews a waffle, but I would like to go and eat waffles and maybe not have brewed beverages, but I'm hungry. Thank you for dropping by, Richard Tomlin. Have an excellent day. Decided to paint, and you did paint for about 6 hours. That's a monster painting session. But I'm glad it made you feel better. Come forth, mine camera. We're going to glue. And hopefully gluing this together isn't going to be a bad idea. I don't see why it would be, but you never know. Could I be doing this incorrectly? I could be. Very mantlet. Old Tiger Crew saying, where the hole is, goes the gun. Yep. You hear it in all of the historical documentaries. How soon are we going to need the roof? Pretty soon. I don't expect the hatches need the roof to be detached at all. How is the overhead looking for you guys? I feel like this lens I got a different lens the other day. I feel like it's working a bit better. The camera doesn't seem great for movement though. Where are you, Nobbins? Why must you hide from me? Maybe I found them all. Nope. Is it on top there? Yeah, I'm chasing ghost nubbins now. I've really lost the plot. Okay. You have to sandwich the mantlet in the front, I guess. Sandwich. You could probably still leave it unglued and have it movable, but it would basically flop down with the weight of the gun pretty quickly. So I'm not going to do that. Make sure I'm putting the mantlet on the right way, otherwise somebody would get really butt blasted in the comments and have a cry. Maybe I should deliberately put it on upside down. How about we go for outrageous elevation? I think something like that is sensible. Since when do you do sensible, Herbert? Trying something new. Did I clean this up? I must have. It's a little nubbin on the rear though, so I mustn't have done it properly. That's the Herbert Erpaderp way. Don't do it properly the first time, then you have to do it again. Then you're getting double your money's worth. That's how it works, isn't it? It's meant to sit in like that. If I apply too much pressure, I would have forced the turret halves apart, and that would have been annoying. Very turret, as the kids say. Oh, look, fiddly bits for the smoke launchers. How fun. You must have an elevation to shoot the British. Because over here in Germany, the British are very infamous sauerkraut stealers. That's why the tiger was made, to protect the sauerkraut. It's a historical fact. Everybody knows that. That's why the entire war was fought. Now to post that on TikTok and have somebody be all like, actually... I will put a marker there so I can do that. Gonna build the cupola before the smoke launches. Also, I'm skipping ahead. I should be installing the hatches, or the loader's hatch, before this. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody, that's who. Ha 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 ha. I'm a rebel, without a cause. Looking on the wrong sprue for what I want. It's a vision device, I think. Or maybe it's not. Looks like it goes on the outside, so maybe I actually need it. This. The Great Recipe War. Was devastating. Skipping ahead? You lead astray by Skippy the Skipperheadens? That's... me? Why not? Something Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. I've completely skipped past the gun instruction. Just so excited to do a Commander's Cupola, you know?
That isn't very poggers.
No it isn't. That looks like a part that I might have skipped. Accidentally this time. See what comes with a Frontline Hobbies order. Thank you for your order! Ha ha ha! What a bunch of dorks. I like Frontline Hobbies quite a lot. I did. Those were meant to go on in step 4, and we're up to step 16, 17, 15 currently. What a bad egg. I'm a bad influence. Did I also skip past the side towing cables? Do they go on yet? No, those go on last. And for some reason, the right side skirt goes on last as well. Maybe they're just as organized as I am with the instructions. I'll remember to add those little things at the front when I put the side cables on. Yeah, I'll remember. That's what I'll do. Everybody believes me. Everybody believes me. must have done a good job clipping this. There's barely a hint of a nubbin. Now let's see how good this gun barrel goes together. I'm hoping for very, very good. The order of the parts in instructions is a code, and them together and divide them, add them together and then divide them through Jeebers, and you get the recipe for cola. Well, I don't need to make cola. It's relatively cheap and easy to buy. So I can assemble things in whatever order I want. I don't even believe in Jeebers. Okay. Which one is longer? I'll use this as a handle. Also, I'll press record so that I have video for this assembly. Of course, it's very difficult to show the camera when you're a fumbling buffoon like me. That seems to have worked. It's a very obvious line down the middle, though. Which is the top? Goes in that way. Probably going to need a little bit of sanding afterwards. Or maybe scraping. Mind if I ask what kit this is? Yes, I do mind! Ah! This is the Tamiya 48 scale Tiger 1. I'd show you the front of the box, but I don't think I can reach it. It is this. Doesn't quite fit in the frame. It looks quite tigery, you have to admit. It is the aiming line if the gunner is too drunken to use the optics. Hey, that's a good lie that I might use. Bring this back. probably was in frame for the phone. Praise the glue god by adding more on the inside. Now, I don't believe I cleaned up the... Didn't even finish clipping out the parts for the cupola. I take it you like P47s. Which is, of course, very cool. Looking on the wrong sprue yet again. They call me old wrong sprue Herbert. For some reason. Don't especially like it when there's a sprue gate inside a small curved part. It's almost impossible to clip close to the part, and it's very easy to break the part with the knife. They call you old wrong sprue Herbert for a good reason. Yeah, you're probably right. Can't quite tell if that should be there. I think it actually should be. It looks like it's a guide knobbin. You did this. Small 3D printed house. I assume as terrain for gaming. I also hope that you're going to share pictures because I want to see. I need to do some structure painting for the model railway. I have not begun. I've got this. It is missing 2 walls for a reason. But like, I've added extra styrene for strength and to make it look interesting. And how it needs paint. And to skip that song. It was too wob wob wobby. Too many bleeps and bloops. This one seems to have just as many bleeps and bloops. Damn it, pretzel. Pics are on Discord already. Well, I will look there once I'm done streaming. Because I just don't want to get distracted. Okay. Now is the time for Commander's Cupola. Ooh. Am I gonna put that together the right way? Probably. There's a little bit of a gap there, but I'm pretty confident that the glue will deal with that for me. No distraction, that's why they call you Herbert Focused Erpaderp. And laugh and laugh. Ha ha ha. We've called him a false name, they say. I'm very easily distracted, as you might have. Oh, what? Ha 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 ha. Okay, and we put this on top. I find the little guide nubbin which was under my thumb. Okay, how does it work with the little latch thing? Well, you see, the little latch thing goes on, and then it's on. You can model this hatch open if you like. I do not like. Could have done with that. Could have done that with tweezers. Would have been a good opportunity to say, hey, 9 Steps Industries, go buy some tweezers using code Herbert20. So I've done that now. Look at that. That's very hatch. It's nice. Am I missing anything? Yes, I am, in fact. This little doohickey. which I'm going to assume is a little stopper to stop the hatch from flopping all the way over. Herbert building tanks cupola. Plastic tank commander cries silently in the box. This one didn't come with any crew. That's not really a problem for me, but for some it might be. It does have the little seat things, I guess. You could sit crew figures on. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does come with a crew and I've just not noticed them. No crew in the box. I could insert the I'm gonna clean up the gun a bit first before anything. Goes this way up. Looks pretty good. More 9-step stuff, which they were very gracious to send me. Not going to worry too much about the underside. I could probably do with a little bit of fine filler. That's probably something to worry about before painting time. Possibly even primer would be enough for that. Very gun. Yep. Glad the lid is on that because I nearly just knocked it over. I really should get my new cutting mat. Then I can spill glue on that and have to buy another one. Make sure there's lots of glue in there. There's keying to make sure you can only do that one way. Use your new cutting mat. Spill glue on it. Buy a new one. Sounds like a plan. Uh-huh. Cutting mat sellers are chuckling in advance. The one I'm using here right now, that only costs like, I think it was $18. And when I went to find the same one to replace it, it was more like 60. That was annoying. I'm still annoyed by that. How dare they? Okay, that's done. Not done, but done enough. It's time to build the smoke launchers. I'm also going to clip this off because I'll need it. There's the seats for the crew figures. I'm assuming this kit, this sprue is part of another kit also that has crew figures. You know what they say about assuming. One of these. Oh, and conveniently, the little launcher doodads are on this sprue too. Such epic sprue clipping. They say assuming is umming with an ass. That is what they say. They won't stop saying it. Also, I just noticed that I forgot something for the turret. Sides of the mantlet. These little doohickeys. Sure, I'm forgetting a lot of bits on this kit, but I'm not forgetting them so much that I never put them on, so that's okay. Where's the other little bit that I'm looking for? Ah! Why is finding things so difficult? Don't you roll away from me, you little shit. How dare you! That looks like a bit of keying, but it might not be. I don't think it is. wonder if I can put the part in with that in place. Feck. Is that meant to stick out? It is, isn't it? Can't tell from the instructions. Finding things is difficult because it's called finding things. If it were easy finding things would be called getting things. That's a good point. You make a lot of sense. Come out. Also, that is meant to stick out a little bit. Okay, we need the E sprue. You're the B and C sprue. Get out of here. Okay, these are different for either side. It's part 6. Part 7. Three goes with 7. Might be easiest to glue these bigger bits together and then add the cylinders. Maybe add the cylinders while it's on the turret so there's more to hold on to. Seems like a sensible idea to me. Second sensible idea today. Fuck you, Nobbins. Will it be easier to glue it in this order? Stay tuned to find out. Hopefully, later we don't have a voiceover that says, no, it wasn't. That's pretty simple. It is 11:11 a.m., in case anybody was wondering. I like it when all the numbers are the same. I hope I'm not gluing this on backwards. Pretty sure that's correct. There's nothing to stop me from doing it wrong. The keying might, but it's not very strong keying. You must be in Queensland. I am in Queensland. Piss. Why don't you go into the little holes, you shits? I don't know if that's the right way. Piss. They're at least consistent with each other, though. That's probably the important bit, right? Tasmania, eh? It's good to have people who are, well, I was going to say local, but on this side of the world. Because it seems like most people who watch my streams and videos are in other places. Makes scheduling kind of weird. Don't blow those away, Herbert, you fool. Oh no. The stowage bin is bottomless. I'm guessing local has another meaning in Australia than in Germany. No, it's just that Tasmania is quite far away. I would consider local being in, like, the same city. I stream a lot from the UK, with a lot from the UK, and it's up early or late. Yeah, I guess that's just the way it is. Neaten that up. I do appreciate that there's very little tidy up required with these Tamiya kits. Okay, any other bits? Not on this page. end of my glue brush has become frazzled. I don't want to touch it with my finger to smooth it out. Tissue will do. It's a bit better. It was never not frazzled because I cut it to a point myself, but that's a bit better. Probably. That's probably close enough. You can tell that one is slightly further out than the other. I don't know how much that matters. Probably not much. I mean, to me it basically doesn't matter. That looks a bit weird, how it sits. But that's probably how it is. It's a flat hatch on a curved surface. Just drop that like that. That's how we do it. Hell yeah. It's really starting to look like a tiger turret now. And which way do we put these on? Probably really should have put this on first to let it bond before putting the actual smoke pots on. But it didn't. Fun fact, the idea of the Tiger one was to be a stopgap tank using the 88mm L56 gun until the 88mm L71, as used in the Tiger II, was available. Interesting. I didn't know that. I probably read it somewhere once and forgot. That's what I usually do when I learn things. We'll just leave that for a bit while I sort out the couple of bits that go on the hull on the next page. Those couple of bits really only... Actually, no, there is the bits I forgot. So there's 3 bits that I need to add. I was gonna say those couple of bits only being 1 bit. This cable. The other bits I want are on the same sprue. Dang it. Didn't so much clip that off as just brute force it off. The first crews were disappointed when they saw it because of the boxy look. No sloped armor, but they liked it later, not only because of the armor and the gun, but it was easy to operate. The Tiger one was the first German tank having a steering wheel. Oh yeah, I forgot that it had a steering wheel. That is interesting. I do appreciate that they have the decency to put most of the sprue gates on this on the little retaining clips. It's quite helpful. Quite helpful indeed. Very cable. I need to reposition that overhead, I think. It's comfortable for me to work here, but that's way off to the side. Everything's a work in progress. Everything. Okay. Now, I guess That's just what I'm doing, I'm guessing. I guess it's time to put these on, but I should make sure that they're actually not covered in Spruegate. Did my best to clip them off neatly, but sometimes my best just isn't very good. That's why the sheet of paper that came in the box is called Guess Structions. It's to help you guess. It's probably a good idea to be consistent in the video and put the smoke launchers on next. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm not looking forward to the smoke launchers on the Vespid Tiger. Maybe the Vespid Tiger will have lost its smoke launchers somehow. It wasn't too difficult. A little bit of extra glue god praising liquid. Maybe that one goes up a little bit. Probably don't need to video both sides. Not even 2:30 AM can stop me from joining a Herbert stream. Fuck you, 2:30 AM. You're powerless here. How you doing, the big boy? I hope you're well. I smell battle damage. What's that? Battle damage? My favorite. Don't tell me this side is going to be much trickier. That looks probably right. What do you think? Smoke launchery? Is it even focused properly? That is probably the turret done. The final step in the instructions is, for whatever reason, to glue this set of cables on the side. Go that way. Yeah, that wasn't meant to happen. Can't tell if I'm getting the little pin in the hole. That's what she said. Ah, feck. You're making a mess of it, Herbert. Stop making a mess of it. Feck. Stay on the hull. That's where you live. That's your house now. Then, Herbert's final step, the little whatever they are that he forgot earlier. Doesn't really help. It's hard to see which way they should go. It looks like it's interfering with the spare track links. That'll work. That's where that goes. Here. Allow me to apply the glue god praising liquid. Go. Doesn't really hurt anything that I forgot them. Wait, Herbert doesn't forget things. It was a trick. I'm acting. Yes. Yes, that's what it is. I was there when Herbert forgot to put the part on. Yeah, it's easy. Don't lecture me about the sacred texts, for I was there when they were written. The sacred texts of glue. Alright. Who likes sick locking tab mechanism action? Kablamo! Fucking sick! Oh, I don't like how it just flops down like that. It's not a very tight fit, which, you know, it's fine because there's no gap there, but it's kind of annoying when it does that. That is probably one completed Tiger 1. We have ourselves an Tiger. Antigua. Actually, am I forgetting a part? I don't know what that is, but I think it might be an optional part if you're omitting this front wheel for whatever reason, which I didn't. Just checking to make sure there's nothing else missing. I believe we are done. All is right with the world, except for pretty much everything. All is right with this tiger. Cool, that was a good kit. I should do a thing to put on TikTok. Exactly. Hey, look what I done! I made a tiger! Whoa! What the fuck is wrong with you, Herbert? Check it out. This is the Tamiya 48th scale Tiger 1. Early production or something. Eastern Front early production, probably. I don't remember. Let's start that again. I built this tiger. Here, look at the box. And here's the tiger. Very tiger. This is a Tamiya kit, as you could see from the box. A 48th scale Tiger 1. Fun build, would recommend. Look at that sick locking tab mechanism action. Ooh. You're really good at this TikTok thing, aren't you, Herbert? No. Go watch the build video. It's on a site that I don't want to say because then they'll ban me from TikTok. Good enough. You gotta take these things real serious. Put this. Words don't go into the microphone when you move your face away from it. I'll put this over here. And that's that. I may be back this evening for gaming. I'm going to ask Barnaby again if he wants to play some video games, but I think he might be back to work, and it is a Tuesday. Otherwise, I might play Railroader, or I might just not stream this evening. Tomorrow night, I'm working on the... what do you call it? Border Jagdpanzer 4. That's pretty close to completion too, but we won't finish that tomorrow night. I don't think I've got anything else to say. I might do a small raid. Who is online what I can do a small raid at? You know what? Maybe I won't do a raid. maybe I'm just going to go and have lunch. What's on the bench next after the flat panzer? I'm not sure. After this, I'm going to do something small and easily done, like a 1-stream, maybe 2-stream build. And I think the same after the flat panzer. But just so I've got something quick and easy to make videos from. I don't know what I'm going to do after the flat panzer. Maybe the Tacom Berg Panther I got with full interior. That's probably going to take 700 years to finish. Or maybe another Tamiya kit. I've got a tractor thing with flak gun. Who knows? It'll be a surprise. Anyway, yeah. Quick and easy. I've fallen for that before. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back tomorrow, or this evening, or some other time. We'll figure it out. Farewell.